Good morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Sunday the 27th of August 2023 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology for today. We have the moon in Capricorn all day. It's going to form a trine to Jupiter in Taurus and a square to Chiron in Aries. So, you know, the stars are shining brightly on us with the trine to Jupiter. Very benevolent planet, hope, opportunity, expansion. Where we might come into roadblocks and things is with the square to Chiron, that there may be challenges and obstacles and conflicts around doing any sort of healing work. It may be difficult to get answers or solutions. We also have the annual Sun opposing Saturn. Sun in Virgo opposing Saturn in Pisces, and this is an invitation to stop. You may have to let something go, but it's a check-in, okay, checking in with where we are, and seeing what we need to let go of, what's weighing us down. And then the other news of today is Mars enters Libra. So we're passionate about relating. Mars is softened in Libra, rather than being headstrong, head down, rash, bulldozing through everything with his point of view and perspective. In Libra, it's much more about being relational, seeing other people's point of view, other people's perspectives, working in cooperation with other people. So be aware of that. And it's that energy for the next couple of months as well, while Mars works through. And I think sort of he's unaspected for a large part of the journey. I'm just trying to think. I don't think he makes any aspects until he makes an opposition to Chiron sometime in September. I may be wrong, but I've got a feeling about that. So look in your own astrology as well, because you'll probably have Mars making aspects in your own astrology. I'm just trying to think in mine. I know that there will be a conjunction with Mars in Libra. Just thinking what I've got. Oh, nothing until sort of a trine with the sun. Yeah. Anyway, a little bit distracted there, staring off into space. And 3, 2, 1 back in the room. Let's do some cards for today. We're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle, and let's use the Marielle deck. So let's see, what do we need to know? Okay, what do we need to know for today? Sunday the 27th of August 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Just want to say thank you for people's messages the other day about possible things I could try for my exhaustion and fatigue. I am feeling a little bit better today. I've been using for about a week and a half now frankincense resin for the boswellic acid, very, very, very anti-inflammatory and things. And on the physical level, you know, it's an immunostimulant, it's anti-inflammatory, cytoprotective, neuroprotective. You know, it's And the thing with the resin is all the heavier molecules that are too heavy to come across in distillation, especially things like the boswellic acid. So yeah, I've just been using a couple of grams a day in a cup, and having herbal tea poured over it, and starting to feel starting to feel an improvement. What was I going to say about that as well? There's something else I was going to say. What was that? Oh yeah, and then there's all the psychological and the subtle stuff as well. So frankincense is really good for releasing pain, releasing grief, releasing sorrow. It helps us to release and let go. It's been quite interesting having, at a cellular level, having the other day having this sensation of loads and loads and loads of tiny little eddies of unwinding energy out of out of my cells. So yeah, continuing on with this, and just see where it goes. It's really good. Frankincense is amazing. It calms the mind. It calms the breathing. As an essential oil, it's really great. But when sort of you're using the resin or the extract, then sort of there's all the other benefits as well that sort of you don't get with the essential oil. And the tea just smells great. I could just sit and sniff it. I tried different ways of using it. I tried chewing it because it is a gum, and it is like a chewing gum. But I think sort of the tea seems to be the nicest way, and I just keep topping up the cup all through the day. It's great. So, yes, the boswellic acid, an organic acid, which has a lot of evidence research for its anti-inflammatory and immunostimulating properties. It's quite funny because I've spent for years sort of not arguing, but when people say, "Oh yeah, put a drop of frankincense essential oil under your tongue daily to stop cancer," it's like no. The research wasn't done on the essential oil. The research that talks about that was done on the gum, the resin, and explaining to people that it's the boswellic acid, and that's too heavy. It's too heavy a molecule to come across in distillation. I was just thinking sort of whether CO2 extracted frankincense would have the boswellic acid in. Note to self to remember to go away and look that up and research it and just see if there is a CO2 extraction of frankincense. Woo. Anyway, back to the read. I just want to say thank you. So those people that did sort of reach out and say, "Oh, have you tried this? Are you trying that? I've heard this is good." Most of the things that people put up, I already was aware of. And as I say, sort of through my own experiences, I know exactly. I have my chronic fatigue blend of essential oils that, it just brings me out of it over a few weeks. But yeah, just thought I'd try this frankincense resin this time, and yeah, it does seem to be having an effect. So we'll just keep going. Anyway, back to the reading. Thank you for your concerns, everybody. Okay, so let's see. Moon in Capricorn, building blocks. And no place like home. I love that card. Home is where the heart is. It's coming back to yourself. Coming back to here. Okay, that feels a bit like what I'm doing. Been knocked a bit sideways, but coming back. Oh, building blocks. Clean it up. It feels like since summer solstice, I've been guided on a bit of a spiritual journey of unwinding and releasing, emptying out things that I no longer need, making space for the next evolution and upgrade. Although I think sort of the emptying out and the upgrade is happening at the same time at the moment, or definitely overlapping. Courses that I thought were going to go out to work with other people with, it's like, no, that's not for other people, that's for you to do. So for Venus retrograding in Leo, I was going to run a 6-week Divine Feminine archetype group, but it was like, no, that's for you to do. So that's my inward journey for Venus retrograde, and with each archetype I've just received so much. So, you know, probably without sort of being laid up for a couple of weeks with COVID, and then sort of just the fatigue afterwards. I'd have been rushing out trying to do things and everything, when actually, you know, it's sometimes sort of, you know, the universe wants you to stop and take care of your own needs and things like that, and do the work on yourself. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, co-create. So just what I've been just saying, sometimes you have to empty out, sometimes you have to clean things up, sometimes you have to release old things and make space so you can co-create. And that definitely definitely feels like what has been happening since summer solstice. When the energies change direction, okay, we've got to the peak of the solar cycle, and then sort of the energies turned, and we've got this decrease in solar energy all the way down, back down to winter solstice. It has felt like there's a releasing and a clearing, and an unwinding. The unwinding seems to be the new thing in with that. And it's like, okay, just go with it, just sit in the void when it's time for showing up and doing the work, you know, sort of what I need to bring out of the void will come to me. Yesterday I was given well, I've come up with the ritual myself, but sort of a way of changing sort of money dynamics, so that sort of changing inequality, and sort of a way of helping money to do good in the world and to get to the people that need it, and yeah, improve humanity in the world. So it was shown sort of how to do that, and it's like, oh, we can make that into a ritual to do. So that's what I would do just before the full moon. So you know, even though I've been exhausted, I'm still showing up for the work. So anyway, back to the God. I keep getting distracted this week, don't I? Got a lot to say. What do we need to know for today? Sunday, the 27th of August, 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance do we need? Can Spirit give to help the collective navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? I had a complete blank then, I couldn't remember what I was saying. I was just looking at the card, looking at the oracle cards and seeing if there was anything else that needed to come out. But no, we're building things one step at a time, clearing out what doesn't serve us any longer, so that we make space, so that we can co-create with source. That's what we're here. That's where your life purpose and things come in. You know, we can go out and create things sort of out in the world off our own back. But I really think sort of the key to living your life purpose and going out creating what you're here to do is doing it in connection with source and allowing source to work through you. Because the source has much bigger ideas for you than you can imagine and you can think of, and you'd never think of that. So yeah, if we clear out the space, we come to stillness, we sit in meditation, sit in silence, open up that channel to source and listen. The source will show us the way to go and show us how to co-create what it wants to co-create with us. So ooh, okay. Right, it's quite interesting. Tomorrow we go into the energies of the full moon. Okay, 28th, 29th, 30th. For us in the UK, the full moon is on the morning of the 31st. I know if you're west of the UK, then you're likely to be on the 30th. So today, for you, it's today we go into the energies of the full moon. What energy is crescendo in your life? Okay, so we've got the Six of Wands. Going into the past, we've got the Five of Wands. Beneath us, we've got the Moon. Above, we've got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups has been showing up rather a lot just recently, hasn't it? Last few days. We've got the Hangman. Hangman's been coming out a lot. Seven of Swords. The Hermit. And the Six of Discs. So just looking at things. Okay, we've got another six here. So we've got three sixes. We've got the Six of Cups just come out. What's six? Where we haven't got the Six of Swords. Okay, Six of Cups, King of Wands, Justice, Ace of Cups. Okay, nice energy. Okay, so the six that's missing is the Six of Swords. Okay, the moving away. Okay, so maybe we're, Sun opposite Saturn. We can't move away yet, we've got to stop. We've got to stop where we are. Okay, and with the Hanged Man here as well. We're on pause. We can't move forward until we've cleaned it up. So you know, sometimes I look and I can't see it yet, and it's like, okay, there's a bit, that piece is missing, and then suddenly it all comes together, and I can see it. Okay, so where we find ourselves today, the Six of Wands, victory. Okay, so one of the most positive cards in the deck, the Six of Wands. Victory. Sorry, whenever I see the Six of Wands, I have the words of Gemstone Tarot in my head of winner, winner, chicken dinner, or vegan alternative, as she's added in the last few years. So that's where we are, winner, winner, chicken dinner. What's moving into the past is the Five of Wands. Minor irritations, annoyances, sweating the small stuff, competition. Niggly competition and things like that. That's moving into the past, and we come into victory. Woohoo! Okay. What is below us, our foundation, is the Moon card. So the Moon can be, you know, the journey, the cyclic journey. Okay. You know, we're just we're building things, we're building life. And it's an ongoing journey. I've said this before on the channel that yeah, you know, it's just all chapters. Sections are just all chapters, but the book we don't complete the book until we finish this life and pass on to the next world. And as I've said that, it's just given me the thought and the image of the Akashic records, your soul book. So of course the book's not going to be finished until you die. Then you go back to the soul world. That's a bit like stating the obvious. So yeah, it's like we're not drawing, we don't come to the end of the book until, you know, it's time for us to go back. So the moon card can be about that. It can also be about sort of fears, shadows, things sort of that are lurking in the darkness and in the shadows, which could be related to the clean it up card. Time to clean it up. Okay, going into those shadows, giving it a good old clean out, seeing what's in there, so that sort of it doesn't hold power over us anymore. And it can also signify this this month's lunar journey. Okay, started in the new moon in Leo. Okay, so we've got all the Leo themes and what house it's in for you. It was the last of the 3 portals from last week or the week before. I lose track of time. And we're on this journey. We're coming up. We're peaking at the full moon in Pisces, which will be conjunct Saturn. Okay, so things to be let go of and released, things to be cleaned up, and then we continue the journey down to the new moon in Virgo, which I've been saying was September the 16th. And yeah, but yesterday I had a look in my moon, actually caught up with my moon diary and looked, it's actually on the 15th. So it's the 15th of September that Mercury stations direct and the new moon. So, yeah, apologies for that. I don't know why I had the 16th in my head. But yeah, it's been there for it's been there for a while, and when I actually did look it up, it's it's actually the 15th. So yeah, so our foundation, what we're building, the building blocks is this lunar cycle. Okay, you know, sort of we're bit by bit we're building sort of from the Leo new moon, going all the way around the cycle of the zodiac, and just before the next new moon, the moon will be back in Leo, and we complete that journey. How far have we come? What have we achieved? What do we know now that we didn't know when we had the new moon in Leo? Okay, and then we let go of what we don't need, and we keep what we do, and we move on into the new moon in Virgo, which that fire and that passion and that creativity and everything that we got from the month of the Leo new moon, then we put it to physical use, okay, in our daily life. Integrate it into our daily life and our daily devotions and our self-care and exercise and daily work routines and things like that. And we do a month with that, and then we go into how we relate and, you know, the continuing circle and cycle. And that's really how I'm seeing that moon today. So above we've got the 10 of Cups, the message from Spirit, the co-creation with Spirit is about sort of how we get to live in the land of happy ever after over the rainbow. When you think of the traditional 10 of Cups card, you've got that rainbow over the top with the 10 cups and the couple together. I think they might have children there as well. And they're living happily ever after in the land of happy ever after over the rainbow. And that's sort of the energy I get for the 10 of Cups these days. Okay. And we do that, we get to live there when we're co-creating with Source. Okay. But at the moment, we're pausing. And this is that Sun opposing Saturn energy. Especially because Saturn's in Pisces, which is very spiritual. Sort of, are we walking our talk from a spiritual perspective in our daily life. Saturn in Pisces, and we need to stop and look at that and just ask ourselves that. And if we're not, then we make such changes so that we are. Okay, we look at things from a different perspective. The clarifiers, we've got the Seven of Swords here. Okay. What really strikes me about this Seven of Swords is the green jewel and then the green eye of the white snake and the black raven or crow, whatever it is. Okay. And for me, it's about getting to the heart of the truth. And the heart of the truth is the spiritual enlightenment. It's that evolution of energies, freeing ourselves from the 3D and elevating, okay, into heart-centered consciousness. And how we do this is we go inwards. We've got the hermit here. We shine our inner light of wisdom. Okay, all this stuff it's all inside us. Okay, so again, pausing, taking time to go inwards, just checking in, connecting in with our wisdom, with our truth, before we can move forward. And we move forward into the Six of Discs, reciprocity. Okay, what we give out, we get back, and being in that cycle of abundance. Okay, it can be little windfalls and things like that, but for me, I see it all in terms of energy, and that reciprocity, giving out and receiving back, is that imbalance. Okay, because if it's not, we need to sort something out about it. Okay, if we're giving, and not receiving back, or we're take and not allowing the flow back, or if we find it difficult receiving, okay, we're blocking receiving, that's a sign of low self-worth and things like that. It might be a day-to-day to have a look into all of that and see where you're holding old patterns and things. Okay, so the clarifiers, not the clarifiers, sorry, what's going on in the subconscious, just outside, just here, we can't see it. Okay, so we've got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of remembrance, not reconciliation. What's the word I'm looking for? Reminiscing, that's the one. We're looking backwards. Remember, so we're in Mercury retrograde and we're in Venus retrograde for another week just a week and a bit. 8 days. 8 days, a week on Monday, a week tomorrow. Okay, so, we're still doing all the re's. Okay, so going backwards, remembering. What we're remembering is who we are. The King of Wands here. Cardinal fire, Aries energy. I am a pioneer. I am a leader. I am all that I am. I am in my power. Okay, that's what we're remembering. Remembering the truth of who we are in our hearts. Okay, what was I saying about the soul book? That's where it all is. It's all written down in your soul book. So, yeah, a day of the remembering. Okay, then we come to justice. So, and it's the remembering that brings us freedom, brings us justice, balances things out. Libra, the Libra energy. That relational. When we know who we are, then we can relate in a much more balanced way to others. Okay, and then finally we've got the Ace of Cups, filling your own cup up. Oh yes, Sunday's a day for filling your cup up. The divine gift of love. Okay, the heart of the matter, the heart of the truth. The truth is love is everything. Okay, so that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you like a personal reading from me, then as always, email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day. Be gentle with yourselves. And until next time, thank you for watching.